Have you ever just had a day where things just felt off, wonky, crazy, just not feeling yourself? Just feel like today is just not your lucky day. You feel me? You might be experiencing the effects of evil eye, and that's why you're here, boo. So come on, sit down and pull your notes up. Let's go ahead and chit chat. Because today I'm going to tell you a few different ways how evil eye can be affecting your life that you may not be even like having an inkling of altogether. And then with that, we're going to talk about some key ways that you can stop participating in the continuation of that energy prolifically affecting your life. Okay. The first thing that I want to do before we get into these 3 tips is tell you that somebody does not need to be a witch, does not need to be spiritual, does not need to be in the occult in order to do this to you. And the reason why I want to talk about this is it's often the people that we are very close to that we never suspect are the ones that are sending us evil eye. Evil eye typically stems from jealousy or some type of feeling of who the fuck do they think they are, okay? Some type of energy of they want to be better than you, they want to be more elevated than you, somebody wants to keep you down, somebody wants to keep you suppressed, because if you pop out and show out, then they're gonna be looking, well, not as good as you. So let's get into it. The first one that you might be experiencing is the domino effect. Now look, the domino effect is, you trip, you might forget an important appointment, you might miss the bus at the wrong time, okay? You might lose your keys. The motherfucking keys, nigga. I lose my keys all the time for different reasons. But if you lose your key, you can't find it nowhere, you be trying to da-da-da-da. And all of these things could be signs of evil eye that put you at the right place at the wrong time or the wrong place at the right time. You feel me? And these can pile up over time to create disastrous moments in your life. And when I say disastrous, I mean disastrous. How can it impact you? These misalignments have that ripple effect. And because of that ripple effect, you get in your own emotions about the small things, the frustration, the headaches, the annoyance, okay? And while you're in that energy and that mismatch space, what's happening is you're opening up your awareness to more things that are in alignment with these things because now you're feeling it. So now that person doesn't even have to do anything to you because they sent the seeds, you watered it, you fertilized it, and now you're propagating it because now it's in your mind. Now you're doing it to yourself. You are continuing the loop. And what happens when that loop closes is it only needs a little bit more evil eye, a little bit more energy, a little bit more negative energy for people to shoot into it to move you into specific negative directions that you don't want to be in, right? And so the key thing is that this isn't just bad luck. Nothing happens for no reason. Okay, it's just your energy is misaligned. Okay, and so what you need to do is to bring yourself back into alignment. The first thing that I would suggest is if you're in a stationary place, you can smudge yourself. So you can get some incense or some people use sage. I would say going with something more like juniper or cedar, burning that and moving that across. You can also spray some good old Florida water, baby, because y'all know I am like Florida water queen. Like I do everything with Florida water. I make my own. Like I do not play about that fucking spiritual bleach. You feel me? But sometimes you just need to go ahead and cleanse yourself fully. Okay, and just move that over your head. If you have negative thoughts, you want to move it. When you get around people and you feel tired, you feel drained, you feel out, just go ahead, sage yourself, follow down, whatever you're going to do, right? Bring in the good vibes. Another thing that you can do is breath work. So you can do breath work to move your vibrational energy of your body out of a negative space for those things to be affecting you. You can also do a spiritual bath. Now, I feel like if it's prolific, if you're experiencing it again and again and again, spiritual bath, baby, that thing's gonna eat down. And a basic spiritual bath, you can do Florida water, Epsom salt, and just get in the water. But there's so much more you can do. And if you guys definitely want to get some ideas about that, definitely go down into the description and I'll have a couple recipes for you as a download. So you just click the link and get those recipes to start. Just for evil eye, honey, because evil eye is such a pain in the ass. Okay, so the next one is hold on, yeah. So the next one is just blatant bad luck in your environment. So something different from like the ripple effect of like little things happening here and there, and then it just kind of, when you have blatant bad luck, that shit is just bad. Like you could go wherever you need to go. If you trip, you fall down and break something. If you're leaving the house to buy something, you lose your money. Like it's more blatantly bad luck. Things just aren't working out for you. Every time you try to do something, everything in its mama, daddy, sister, brother, daddy go wrong. And this typically happens to people when they have a person that is very powerful and is giving them evil eye. So I'll give you an example. If you have a friend who maybe or maybe not is a witch, and they have they're a master manifestor, okay? These people who send negative energy to you, they are master manifestors. And this type of energy right here, and this could be simple jealousy. It doesn't have to be anything too big or too small. It could just be small, like people being jealous of what you have, of who you're with, of how happy you are, whatever the case may be. And they blatantly just want things to go wrong for you. So you'll start to just have things blow up in your face, just a bunch of stuff, just boom, 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 right? And that could be anything from car breaking down, appliances stop working, unexpected bills, okay? People popping up and having arguments with you, just things going wrong, all out wrong through a whole day where like you just could never like get back on top of things, okay? Now this type of shit right here, ooh, that is a straight up knock off your shit. Whenever you feel like it's going like that, that's somebody who just energetically just elbowed you off your path. So now you slightly out of alignment. You walking in the grass instead of on the paved parts, right? You're somewhat in alignment, but because everything is going wrong, you have all of these missteps that's happening back to back to back to back to back to back to back, back, and they're big. They're not small, they're big. And for those of you who's experienced this, you know what I mean when I say big, okay? That shit will fuck you up. If you have a bad day like this, where it's back to back to back to back, and that shit will fuck you up for weeks. Your mind will be anxious, paranoid, on top of shit for weeks. You will not understand why shit is going wrong with you. You'll be so paranoid, like that type of shit. That right there, that's some masterful shit. And sometimes you'll have some people who do spell work like that, but it's not really often. That shit is just negative intent, okay? And when we talk about negative intent, that shit is just not a coincidence. Stop saying that. Stop saying that, because that's not real. I need you to just delete that from your consciousness. Just delete it from your consciousness, okay? And understand these are negative energy projections that create blockages in your path, in your life. So what you need to do is it's a spatial cleanse, right? For me personally, I'm gonna tell you what I would do. I would take from step number 1 and take a spiritual bath. Then I would clean my house, clean my whole space. And then I would go through and I would smudge my space or spray my space or attune my space, might be all of them, with frequencies, with sage, with cedar, palo santo, frankincense, myrrh, okay? Florida water. I might put Florida water in, like, if y'all have seen my other one where I tell y'all like other ways to cleanse your house besides sage, you can do like the humidifier thing and put your essential oils in there. But the thing is, you want to proliferate your space with good vibes, high level energy, and keep it consistent, keep it elevated, okay? And with that, also, you want to create some talismans, okay? So that could be, let's say, for example, you have a bracelet. You want to spell your bracelet to keep away all evil eye. You want to shield yourself with Archangel Michael to protect you from all evil eye. And you give prayer to Archangel Michael before you leave the house every day. You shield yourself every day. I'm talking about creating you a mojo bag for good luck. Get you a lucky hand. You know what I'm saying, baby. Dying in there. Okay. Figure out what it is that you really, what the stuff is centering around. And then you can create you a talisman based on creating luck in general, but also specifically in this area. And then I would just encourage you to do more abundance works. So a lot of times with stuff like this, it messes up your money real heavy like. So if this is happening to you, especially when it's on that abundance work, you definitely need to sit down and figure out in what way. And every time that you tap into that money shit be fucking you up, that right there, you need to do a spell. Okay. I'm gonna tell you right now, anytime somebody want to fuck around and fuck with your money, it's time to do a spell. You could also do egg cleanse. Okay, do an egg cleanse. Y'all know, crack that thing into a glass of water and look from the side only and see what you got going on. Okay, lots of videos on YouTube on how to read an egg cleanse. Make sure that you got that negative energy, flush it down the toilet. You can also add some hot sauce, pepper sauce, cayenne pepper, chili pepper, ghost pepper, I don't know, y'all. And put it down, flush it down the toilet. So one of the biggest things that I get this energy of spirits giving me a lot of stuff right now, black tourmaline. Okay, you don't want any crystals that hold energy. So your obsidian, put that down. Okay, obsidian holds energy, so you don't want to hold no negative energy unless you really need to throw it away. Okay, so let's say, for example, if you have a black obsidian stone and you feel like somebody is really getting your shit, you could imagine that you're putting a duplicate version of yourself and your energy in this obsidian, and then you take that obsidian and bury it in the ground somewhere away from your house. And then let all that energy hit at that place and not where you at, right? But you could also get you a black candle, okay? Get you a black candle and just write you a petition about what you need protection from, and you need to make it into clear I am statements. I am protected from A, B, and C. I'm grateful that A, B, and C does not affect me, does not know me, Does not know me is such a powerful term. You feel me? Because everything that operates within the creator knows all. So when you say something don't know you, it can't even find you. You like a ghost, nigga. And that's exactly what you need to be to some fuck nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? Evil eye does not know me. It can't find me. It don't even know who I am. It don't know where I live. It don't know me, period. That's what don't know me is, y'all. And that right there on a potato, oh, that shit makes the shit disappear like that. Evaporate. You can also use Psalms, okay? Psalms is so good for that, especially when you have a lot of people that sending evil eye by gossiping. Okay, get you that Psalms, that power of Psalms. I don't have my Psalms right now. I think I'm gonna make another video and tell y'all like what y'all could use to spell things for your evil eye. But these are just little things that you can do, okay? I'm getting over time, but I just want you to know that that is definitely not a coincidence. You can make you some talismans, and y'all know I am such a huge proponent of spiritual dolls. So if you already have a spiritual doll for protection on your home, on your place, whatever, you can activate that doll to now peer into whatever bad luck that you're having. And I would even go so far as to cleanse your doll before putting them onto that work. Negative thought spirals. Now this one right here is real slick and sly. Typically you'll have negative thought spirals with evil eye that's coming from a narcissist. Okay, off, ma'am. I am making a video. Off, Donna. What is your problem? Okay. Woo, y'all, maybe somebody didn't want you to hear that, but let me tell you something right now. The negative thought spirals is brought on by narcissists, usually, or someone who's trying to manipulate you. So what will happen with that is you'll have a negative thought that'll lead to a negative thought, but it's like the most potent to me of evil eye is when you get in your head. Because if somebody could get in your head, then they could manipulate your reality, because you're manipulating your reality based on the way you think, you feel, you speak, and the way you make moves. But that starts all right here. It starts in your head and in your heart. What you feel is what you think. What you think is what you feel. That's a bi-directional communication. And once these two are in tandem, nigga, you taking actions. And when you taking actions, that shit is manifesting. That shit is manifesting and it can't be undone. Okay? The only thing you can do is counteract actions. You gotta make counteracting actions that can cancel things out. But that never meant that thing didn't manifest. You feel me? Okay. So when somebody get in your head, I'm talking about you're more self-critical, you second guessing your decisions, you moving in, out, okay, you don't feel quite in alignment. You like, I'm doing this and this feel right for me, but I don't even know if I should be doing that. A whole full renege on that shit. You feel me? That shit right there is the shit that you need to be looking at. You need to be looking at it and seeing it for what it is. And understanding that when you get around certain people, when does that happen? How does it happen? And why does it happen? And how to keep yourself together. Okay? All the way together. So get that all the way together and then move accordingly. So one of the biggest things is that when your mind is out of whack, everything is going to be out of whack. Okay? If you could be living in the most beautiful house with the best partner, with the sexiest partner who wants you every day of your life, which might be tiring, I don't know, but who get you, buy you things, make you feel beautiful, put you in a healing environment. Everything is love everything about you, even your weird, quirky bullshit, and you still in that bullshit ass mind, like everything sucks, my life is terrible. That shit right there is evil eye. It is some other shit too, unhealed trauma, nigga. But those spirals are triggered by evil eye. And then they'll spiral down into your wounds. You see how that works? Because negativity, like negativity. So when you get that shit that you internalize inside yourself, that negativity, then what it do is it attach itself to other shit with the like energy. And then in you, the shit that exists within you, all that shit come up and it's turning. So what that shit do? It got to get you right. Okay. It got to get you right. And the thing is, the key point right here is to make sure that you have some type of journaling practice. Okay. That you're able to reflect your thoughts off of someone that's good. But you have to remember that these projections are someone else's thoughts that they're pushing onto you. And I want you to remember, we already talked about this in the other series, on our shadow work series, about thoughts. Thoughts are frequencies. And if someone is able to align you to the frequency of their thought, then they're able to put you in that space. And once they put you in that space, they're able to benefit off of you and your energy operating from the space of that of that negative intent. Do you feel me? And people do this all the time. Not all the time do they know that that's what they're doing, but I'm gonna tell you right now, that shit will get your ass fucked up. You ever been on trajectory for something and you put everything down? You ever been on your trajectory to something, you doing all the things, and you come up against a wall, bam, but then you gotta go sit down, and you sit down for way too long and you'll never get back up? That shit right there. That shit right there is what happens when you get right there. And then you be stuck every single time. Okay? Y'all know. You know if you know. And if that's you, I'm gonna need you to handle your shit. Get up and stand on business. That right there, I'm gonna tell you right now, there are 3 things that work well for this, okay? Because first you need to cleanse out the energy, spiritual bath, and you need to do it consecutively for a couple days, 3 days, 3 days. And if it's really bad, I'm talking about real bad, like real bad, you might need to do it for 7, like just just to keep you in alignment as you're shifting out of that mental space, because the mental space is what's important about it. Okay. Now, with this, the main key point is that you need to be journaling. You need to be journaling so you can keep a clear understanding of where your headspace is. And then what I would suggest is for you to, if you on a magic tip, okay, we talked about that black candle, right? Right on your black candle, I have mental clarity. Okay, if you're experiencing this and you want to burn a candle to help you, right? Like when I do my candle work, I usually will take like a pen. Well, this one doesn't have a tip. It's a pencil. But I have a quill, and I will usually use my quill to write into my candles. But I would just write into the side of my candle, mental clarity. You can use sigils for it. You can create you a sigil for mental clarity. Okay. And you want to draw that into your candle or put it on a petition paper underneath your candle while it burns, and then burn your sigil. Okay. When I'm telling you, like, it's like that right there could destroy your life more than any of this other shit. Because if you got your mind intact, you can always get up and handle business and be right back on track. After, months of bullshit, weeks of bullshit, days of bullshit. But this one right here can really fuck you up because it can put you mentally in a space that you can't recover. It can put you mentally in a space where you just kicked yourself into the Sparta hole, and it's hard to get out that bitch. Okay. So before you get into it, go on ahead and take that bitch off ASAP. ASAP. It gotta happen. And here is one big thing that I always tell y'all, like regular spiritual baths, regular spiritual cleansing needs to happen in order for you to pull that shit up off of you. And if you're doing it regularly, then it don't have to be nothing serious where you always have to do a work. A work is really there to make sure shit is happening. When you have a lot of energies that's in resistance, but when you do the work, it's to remove the resistance. So if you feel like you coming up against some shit and you trying to do some shit and it's resistance, nigga, fuck that shit. Go ahead, get you a candle, do a spell. You don't need a candle to do a spell, but that's just your girl. Okay. I love me a cool candle spell. Okay. Any kind of candle, I get on it. So what about you? How about you? What you gonna do? Okay. So look, evil eye is mad sneaky. And as you can remember, as spiritualists, as spiritual workers, we always gonna be doing something a little bit different. But this is what I need you to understand. You can't love and light certain things away. It's still going to affect you. And love and light people do it too. Religious people do it too. Jesus, Islam, they all do it too. Okay, I need you to understand that people just get jealous. Some people just wish they had your life. And that shit is sneaky. And it's so sneaky that you might not even see it in the moment of what's going on or what's happening. You understand? But you just got to handle business. You can't be over here giving people benefit of the doubt while you suffering. It's better for you to take action and your work get revoked or spirit tell you don't need it and put your candle out, okay? It's better for you to do your spiritual cleanse, do your spiritual bath, to sage your house clean, keep your house clean, and get your shit together, than it to not be. And then you suffering. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is why, like, when I tell y'all, like, the more that we talk about spiritual work on this channel, I'm gonna just let you know, like, spiritual work is not to be vindictive. When you become vindictive, you fuck your shit up. Okay? Don't be vindictive. If somebody did some shit to you, do some shit to them. Eye for an eye. And that's all that it is. And spirit always is going to let you do some work that's justified. If the work not justified, be prepared to get your ass beat the fuck up. It's real. It's real. And I encourage every single person, because once you done did the work on the right one, all of the shit, everybody coming in and get their leg. No cap. No cap. I've seen it happen. And it ain't cute. And people could be in their feelings about it. They could think egoically that they not gonna get it. But man, laws of the universe, laws of the road. It shit work. Whether or not it's gonna be little or it's gonna be big, people gonna eat shit for what they did as soon as you get your shit right. So get your shit right and move the fuck out the way, because you know the ancestors is gonna handle it all the way. Because they go all the way in. Okay, friends? Keep your awareness in the forefront of your mind. Okay? Always be aware of what's going on around you. Okay? These streets out here is spiritual and physical. And when somebody can't get you on a physical tip, they'll get you on a spiritual tip. And don't think that people who smiling in your face, who going out their way for you, who breaking their back for you, won't turn around and fuck your ass up spiritually. For real. People is trifling out here in these streets. Now, that doesn't mean that it ain't no good energy out here, ain't no good people out here, yada, yada, yada. But let's just be real. Some of us is not in the vibration where negative shit don't come to us. That take time. A lot of us is in these spiritual streets where niggas be wanting to fucking try you, be wanting to comfort you, be wanting to dim your light and suppress you with them bows, man. And you know what? You gotta turn back around and kick a nigga real quick. Round kick in the ass. Don't fuck with me. Okay? And that's okay. We could be cute. We could be love and light 80% of the time, but a nigga want to clap back. It's time to turn around and get down to business. Stand on business. And don't let not a now fucking body try your ass. Okay? Okay. Y'all, we could be cute and still stand on business. I want you to understand that. It ain't always got to be ratchet. It ain't always got to be ratchets. But just remember, when somebody fuck up, don't you forget. Okay? You can forgive them, but don't you forget. Because every time somebody on that shit, it show you who they really are. And some of y'all surrounded by people who done showed you multiple times who they are. Continuing to see you evil eye, continuing to create situations that fuck up your life, and you continuing to be a part of that shit. And that don't make sense. All right. I love you. Stay high, stay vibing, and continue to move with the wisdom of your highest I. Okay. And damn sure, if you guys want to tap into my membership, okay, I am so excited to be launching. We don't have a launch date yet, boo, but I need you to go down there and tap into my email list, into my link in bio, so you can get these fucking, get the shit, bro. Get you together, all the way together. I love you.